Ladies and gentlemen, some of you might have heard this story already of the four Black inmates that were shackled and handcuffed to a table, and a white inmate came up and started stabbing them. And this went on for well over a minute until one of the inmates was able to slip out of his shackles and handcuffs and fight this guy off. Now, it's amazing how these four Black inmates were shackled, but the white inmate was not. He was free to come in there with two knives and just start stabbing these guys. And this was not his first attack in the prison. He also brutally attacked a prison guard with a knife. So there's not a lot of details about the prison guard, but this facility has been known to have white corrections officers and no Black correction officers at all, although they have Black inmates. Is it far-fetched that the correction officers set this whole thing up? Hell no, because we have seen everyone in this system, from the judge to the prosecutor, the cops, correction officers, all corrupt. And they don't need a reason to attack and jail and charge a Black man in this country. And we see that just from looking at the prison population, where I did articles in the past showing you that people are charged but never convicted of a crime, and they end up in the system for years. So we already know this criminal system that America runs is just, it is just bustling with corruption from the top to the bottom. So yes, I do tend to believe these inmates when they say these guards set them up. I wouldn't doubt it. And the way it looks like a very racially charged attack. Now, I saw the video, and I'm not going to show it, but I will leave the link to this article so that you can come out and view it yourself. But I will not play the video because you know how YouTube is. All right, so this came out January 29th, 2019. Video shows brutal attack on inmates in Ohio prison. And this prison is in a town called Lucasville. There are no Black people in this rural town, ladies and gentlemen. It is an all-white town. A newly released video shows the brutality of an Ohio inmate's knife attack on four prisoners handcuffed to a table and unable to defend themselves. The video obtained by the Associated Press revealed for the first time the extent of the victims' injuries and raises questions about how the bloody attack happened inside one of Ohio's most secure prisons. Shamiki Pugh was one of the four inmates in the first attack on June 4th, 2017. Pugh, 28, believed guards set up the attack, something the prison system, guard union, and prosecutor who brought charges against the attacker strongly denied. But that is nothing. That is nothing. It is historic for these folks to attack Black men and then deny shit. So that doesn't mean anything. In the video, inmate Greg Renke, the attacker, is seen stabbing Pugh and three other prisoners multiple times during the assault that could have been even worse had one of the victims not freed himself and fought back. Renke hid 2 homemade knives on himself and used one of them, a 7-inch shank, in the assault. Just under a minute passes before the first guard appears at the end of a long hallway and charges towards the attacker in the video obtained by the AP. Though an open record through an open record request. So this whole thing took place in a 3-minute period, but man, if you are being attacked, whether it's, being beaten or somebody's using a weapon on you, 3 minutes can seem like a lifetime when you really think about it. More than 3 minutes pass before guards free the last of the inmates from their handcuffs chained to a bloody, drenched table. The following day, authorities declined to prosecute Renke, arguing that he was already serving a life sentence. Renke was convicted of aggravated murder in 2004, in a 2004 shooting in Cleveland. Then, just over 8 months later, on February 20th, Renke and a second inmate were accused of assaulting guard Matthew Mathis in the prison infirmary. Mathis suffered 32 stab wounds and numerous internal injuries in that attack and has still not returned to work. Okay, so we know the same guy attacked 4 chained up inmates, black inmates, and don't know the race of this particular guard, but this place pretty much have a reputation of having white guards, but who knows, who knows? You might be able to look up this guy and just see what he looks like. Okay. All right. So this prosecutor, his name is Shane Tiemann, changed course and charged Renke with both prison attacks. Renke has pleaded not guilty, although he's plain as day on the video stabbing these guys, but he pleaded not guilty. Lucasville ended the practice of shackling multiple inmates seated at a table after the incident, according to the union that represents Ohio's prison guards. The union reached an agreement with the Lucasville prison in April, requiring increased security requirements for moving dangerous inmates. Well, I tell you what, something is wrong anytime Renke, the one that's been doing all the stabbing all up and down in the prison, has the freedom to move around and do what he did. And you're saying that he's serving a life sentence. Well, it looks like you're giving him a lot of freedom. And he's free enough to do all of these multiple stabbings. And, you inspect these cells and you're not finding his weapons, apparently, or you're just letting it go because it's some white dude. Who knows? But this facility actually has a racist history. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not surprised if our men are not safe on the streets at the hands of these police officers. What makes you believe they're going to be safe at the hands of a corrections officer? They won't, period. Now, I did watch the video. It's pretty graphic. And you can come out to this very article and watch it for yourself, but I will not make it part of the video. I just want to make that clear. So, please tell me what you think. I do believe this was a planned attack. I do believe there's a lot of corruption among these correction officers. And if the facility is as I'm hearing about, with predominantly white correction officers, then it's not far-fetched that these black inmates were targeted for this stabbing. and this was a deliberate act. Now, of course, when you listen to, the people that work at the prison and the prosecutor, they're claiming, "Oh no, this is not planned." Oh boy. More reasons to not believe them than to believe them. Historically, we can't believe these folks, y'all. We just can't. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a shame. It's not like when you get into the prison, you can call 911. You can't even call for help when this stuff happens. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.